Hi, my name is Karen Dunzell, and I'm here to show you how to make a bechamel sauce. One of the first things that I remember learning in culinary school was how to make the 6 mother sauces, which are bechamel, espagnole, tomato, hollandaise, velouté, and a demi-glace. They are the base to hundreds of other sauces that you can use to wow your friends and family in the kitchen. We worked on these sauces for several weeks to be certain that we had mastered them to our chef instructor's approval. Each sauce that was prepared was tasted by the chef and graded on our technique and, most of all, the overall consistency and flavor. After being in culinary school for several months, we began to see a pattern. Each class basically overlapped the previous one. In other words, the mother sauces that we learned in the first 5 weeks were used throughout the entire 18 months of schooling. I have now completed all of my lab classes, but I do continue to use the knowledge of making mother sauces for my family and friends. Today, I will show you how to prepare a wonderful creamy bechamel sauce and a derivative of that sauce that everyone loves, a cheese sauce that can be used on pasta and vegetables and many other things. But before you begin to cook, be sure to gather all of your ingredients. This is called mise en place, the gathering of all your ingredients before beginning the actual cooking process. It's helpful in making sure that you actually have all that is needed before beginning your dish. You'll need, for this bechamel sauce, you're going to need 1 pint of milk, 2 bay leaves, 1 small yellow onion, an ounce of all-purpose flour, an ounce of butter, salt and pepper to taste, and a 1/4 cup of Gruyere cheese, or any cheese of your choice, and a saucepan and a sauté pan. Now, before you heat the milk, you're going to cut the onion in half, and you're going to insert the bay leaf inside, which is called an onion velouté. And this is what you do here. You have your bay leaf, you put it inside of your onion between the layers. That's your velouté. Now, I've already started my velouté sauce with my milk so that it would be nice and hot. And this is what it looks like here. Okay? And it's already got the salt and pepper, and it's nice and warm to add to my roux once I get that all done. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to put all of our ingredients into this pan to make the roux. So first of all, we're going to put the butter in, and we're going to let that start to melt. Now, you don't want to have your burner up too high because you don't want to burn your butter. Okay? Once that's all melted down, that's 2 ounces of butter, and when you make a roux, you add equal parts of fat and flour. So this is melted down. I'm going to add my flour in, and you start to whisk that around. Now, what you're looking for in a roux for this bechamel sauce is a blonde color, which doesn't really take very long. And you're going to continue to cook it around. If you don't cook it long enough, basically your sauce is going to taste like flour. Okay? Getting there slowly. Okay? Keep cooking that. Let me turn my burner up a little bit just so we can get that going. This is actually what thickens your sauce. Alright, that's starting to turn the color that we need. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove the onion velouté from the milk so that we can add that in. Okay, so that's a nice, pretty blonde color. And it's actually starting to smell a little bit nutty. So now, start by whisking in your warm liquid. You can add it all at once, just don't splatter yourself with it. Okay? Okay, what you're going to do is whisk that around, and just continue to whisk it until it comes to a boil. Once it comes to the boil, that's when the thickening process happens. Okay? Actually starting to boil now. Okay, now once your sauce starts to thicken, you have your bechamel sauce. It's nice and creamy and can be used over grilled chicken, pork, or anything that you desire. At this point, what we're going to do is make the derivative of this sauce, which is something that everyone loves. That's your cheese sauce. So go ahead and take about a 1/4 cup of cheese. This is Gruyere, but you can use pretty much any cheese of your choice. Turn your burner back down a little bit now since it's boiled and it's actually thickened up quite a bit. Dump all your cheese in. Okay. Stir that around until it begins to melt. Okay. Now it's really, really creamy. You can even use this to make macaroni and cheese. So there you have it, a nice creamy sauce, which is great, like I said, over any vegetable. This is your cheese sauce, so you don't want to put this necessarily over meat. But you could try it on some fish if you chose to. Trying something new can be intimidating for some people. Just be sure that when you're making a sauce for the first time that you keep an eye on the roux as it cooks to ensure that you don't allow it to go past the color that you're looking for. It really is simple. And the best part of it is that the ingredients cost so little that you really aren't losing much if it doesn't turn out the first time. Believe me, in class we tried several times before we got it precisely the way it should be. Once you've mastered the bechamel sauce or any of the other 5 mother sauces, your possibilities are almost endless for the dishes that you can prepare. Just by adding an ingredient or two to one of the sauces, you can make hundreds of derivatives to add to all of your dishes. Thanks for joining me. My name's Karen Donzel. Go enjoy your cheese sauce.